Hi guys, it's Miss Beltran, one of your 6th grade ELA teachers, and I'm going to be talking about your assignment today. So we are going to be doing a little bit more revision on our informational essay, and today that will include adding transitions to our essay. Now, the first thing you're going to want to do is watch the video that is on slide number 1. Please make sure you watch the entire thing so that you know, first of all, what is a transition and why is it so important to have in your paper. All right, here on slide 2, you will notice that there are some key words and phrases to introduce your supporting evidence. So these would go in your body paragraphs of your informational essay. Here are just a few of them. In other words, for this reason, in fact, for example, for instance, to clarify, to emphasize, another key point, with this in mind, however, and the big takeaway. So feel free to use any of these in your body paragraphs just to make it sound a little bit more informed and to keep your reader hooked and interested in your topic. Now, your assignment today is going to make sure you have your informational essay, your first draft, on your computer, either in another tab or another window. Okay, you're going to be reading it or rereading it and revising for transitions. So number 1, the first question that you are asking yourself is, does my paper flow? When I read it, does it make sense? Okay, I recommend reading your paper aloud and notice if you stumble, okay, or read with any hesitation on your paper. Okay, number 2, another question to ask yourself, what transitions did I use? Okay, a little hint here. Are you repeating the same transitional words or phrases? So I know sometimes I can get into the habit of saying the next thing or next or finally, right? And so I might use those same ones over and over. Another word that you might use over and over is the word and. So make sure you're keeping an eye on that. Do I repeat myself a lot? And if you do, we can switch up those words to make it a little bit more interesting. And then number 3, can you add or revise transitions to help your paper flow better? Can I take some of those sort of mundane and repetitive transitions and can I replace them with some of these that are on slide number 2? Okay, that is what you are looking at today. And then once you have read and kind of revised some of your transition words, we are going to be practicing using our article that we read yesterday. So let's take a look at our transitions practice. Okay, so this is that second part to this assignment. The first thing you're going to need to do is read the article, Do People Really Change by Jessica McBurney. Now, you should have read this yesterday. If you did not, of course, you're going to read this first. I recommend skimming through it again, even if you did read it yesterday. And we're going to be answering some questions here. So on the left-hand side, you're going to see a piece of text, and over on the right, you're going to be responding. So, for example, let's look at the first one together. It says, how does the author transition from the first paragraph to the second paragraph? Here you are trying to find what technique the author used, okay, what words the author used to transition from the first paragraph to the second paragraph, okay, and you're putting your response here. Next question says, can asking a question be a way to transition to new information? Explain your answer below. So read through the text on the left and answer your question here. Remember, this is not just a yes or no question. You are explaining your answer as well. Okay, the next one says, how is this subheading helping the flow of the paper? Okay, so how does that subheading help with the flow of the paper? And then finally, down below, it says that all 3 examples above were asking questions to transition to supporting evidence. Do you believe this type of technique was effective? In other words, did it help make the paper flow? You are going to be explaining your answer below. All right, so it shouldn't just be a yes or no answer. You should be explaining. All right, guys, that is all you are doing today. You are revising your own paper for your transitions, and then, of course, using your article to practice with transitions as well. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to your teachers.